The unbelievable adventure turned into a nightmare. The Tham Luang Cave Rescue. Imagine a group of 13 young footballers, ages 11 to 16, and their coach who set out on a birthday adventure in the heart of a vast, ancient cave. What they didn't know was that this journey would turn into one of the most desperate life-or-death rescues in history. This is the shocking true story of how a group of boys and their coach fought for survival in the flooded Tham Luang Cave, and how the world united in a race against time to bring them back to safety. But nothing could prepare them for the terrifying events that followed. The adventure begins. A birthday celebration turns into a nightmare. It was June 23rd, 2018, a day that started with excitement and laughter. 12 young boys from a local football team, along with their 25-year-old coach, set out to explore the mysterious Tham Luang Cave in northern Thailand. A fun-filled birthday celebration was supposed to be the highlight of their summer. But nature had other plans. As the boys ventured deeper into the cave, a sudden torrential rainstorm hit, turning the once exciting exploration into a nightmare. The cave began filling with water, and the exit was quickly blocked off. The children had no idea that they were now trapped 5 kilometers deep inside. Trapped in darkness, a race against time. The clock was ticking, and as hours turned into days, the parents of the boys grew increasingly worried. They had no idea where their children were. No one could get through to them. There was no signal inside the cave. Panic set in as the rescue mission began. It didn't take long for the world to realize just how dire the situation was. Tham Luang Cave, with its narrow passages and deadly water levels, was becoming a death trap. The boys were trapped in complete darkness, cut off from the outside world. How would they survive without food, water, or the ability to call for help? A glimmer of hope. The search begins. As the rain continued to pour, the rescue operation intensified. It was 1 a.m. when the first signs of hope appeared. Divers made their way into the cave, braving the murky waters and dark, narrow tunnels. The cave was flooding, and rescuers struggled to breathe as they fought through the narrow passages. Parents gathered outside the cave, heartbroken, staring at the abandoned bicycles their children had left behind. What happened to them? Where were they? The cave entrance was all they had left, and it seemed like the boys were lost forever. But in the darkness of the cave, something miraculous happened. The moment of truth. They were alive. Finally, after days of searching, the rescue team made a groundbreaking discovery. The boys were alive. 13 souls clinging to life, huddled in the darkness, waiting for rescue. But their survival didn't come without a price. These boys had been stuck inside the cave for over 10 days with no food, surviving on nothing but the water dripping from the cave's walls. How did they make it this far? How did they stay alive against all odds? It was nothing short of a miracle. The rescue, but the hardest part was yet to come. Finding the boys was just the beginning. The real battle now began, getting them out. How could rescuers bring 13 young boys out of a cave filled with rising water and narrow tunnels? The stakes were higher than ever. The mission was urgent. As water levels continued to rise, the rescue team had only days to pull off the impossible. Every moment counted. Every decision was life or death. But there was something else standing in the way. The boys were too weak. They couldn't swim through the flooded tunnels like professional divers. They didn't have the strength or training to survive the dangerous journey out. A heartbreaking discovery: the cave was filling with water. As rescuers pushed forward, they discovered the worst possible news. The water inside the cave was rising faster than expected. There was no time to waste. The longer the boys stayed inside, the greater the risk that the entire cave would flood, drowning everyone inside. The team had to come up with a plan. How would they evacuate these 13 boys without risking their lives? The clock was ticking.